And of course, you are also going to tell me whether I'm pronouncing your name correctly or not. Is that correct name, pronunciation? Begaim?
Begaim, yes.
Begaim, Begaim. But
Yes.
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Begaim, queen.
Exactly. So then in India,
Yes.
we have a
Queen.
word Begum. Yeah. So that is the word for queen in India.
Very beautiful name.
Yeah. So but that means in terms of language, there's such similarities. I mean, the words have gone around everywhere. So I think that's a good thing. We should check these words out.
In Indian, Begim, yes?
Begum, yes, Begum.
Begim. Okay.
Which also we must have got from maybe I don't know whether the Mughals, when they came into India, when did we get this word into our language? Because when I say in the northern part of India, you had all these invaders who came in. So they brought their language and culture. So we had Mongols here, we got the Mughals coming in. So maybe the words came in from wherever, but now it's mixed as part of a language.
You know Indian and English, yes?
Yes. Hindi. Actually, we have in the northern part of India, we have Hindi. Of course, every part of India has its own language. So although in the northern part
Hindi
also,
with some dialects.
look, the thing is actually what we speak in Delhi, where I am, is actually a very, very diluted form of Hindi. There is a pure Hindi which is spoken in some parts. So that's really pure. Some words will be something that I also might not understand. We have a very diluted version. So we've got Urdu, and we got Hindi from here. We got, I don't know how much of some Arabic words have also come into our language. It's like that.
Interesting. My first education is linguistic, and it's very interesting for me always.
So I think
maybe something new about the languages.
So I think what we will do is we will find out the word Begum, where all in the world is it used. I think that will be because maybe if you go to Southeast Asia, maybe there also the word is used. We'll have to check that out. That's interesting. Because I'm telling you, I've been saying this. There is one word, kitab. I don't know whether you use the word kitab or not. Do you use the word kitab there in Kyrgyzstan? Kitab.
Kitab.
Okay. Kitab it means book. It means book. So
I know Russian and English languages.
Okay, so the word kitab is spoken in a lot of languages, in a lot of places in the world.
But I have heard, yes, kitab.
You have heard so many words. You watched Hindi movies also, so you know.
Yes, you remember.
Yes. And of course, last time you didn't sing for us. Now maybe you can sing a Mithun Chakravarti song.
Yes, my favorite song.
Yes.
My favorite actor.
He'll be happy now, of course. That I mean, imagine the movies are going to Kyrgyzstan also. That's amazing.
Yes.
But please tell us a little bit about yourself.
About me?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Begaim, and I'm from Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek. And about my occupation, I'm a mediator, as you know, arbitrator of the International Court of Arbitration of the Kyrgyz Republic in affiliation with the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Also, I'm a general director of the IT company BusinessSoft, IT consultant, and linguist.
Very nice. But Begum, why mediator and arbitrator? Please be only a mediator. Let us forget. We should leave. Because we want people like you with the mediator mindset to only be doing mediation.
You are only mediator.
Only mediator. I don't even use that A word. I say we not use the A word. I just feel that first of all, that whole confusion that goes around, and you mention mediation, the other person will say arbitration. So you have to first explain to them mediation is different. It's a different thing. They both got interconnected. So that is why I just want people to be full-time mediators. I don't know. Is it?
As I understand, you are a full-time mediator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. It's a different mindset. Being a mediator is a different mindset.
In what directions?
Only commercial. Largely high-value commercial matters. Yeah. So, so I just feel that, I don't know, of course, whatever the reasons are, maybe it hasn't developed so much. And I mean, maybe in India also, you won't find too many people on, maybe not any. I don't know. I know a few maybe. Otherwise, everyone is connected to the court and is also doing some private work. But that is what we have to change, Begum. We have to change that. How do we change that?
Could you please repeat?
How do we change this concept? Why do mediators, why are they not able to practice as full-time mediators?
I'm not full-time mediator.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my additional occupation. But I like it. It's very interesting, and it combines with psychology in one side.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have also legal views. There are many combinations in this direction. That's why it is very useful and fascinating for me. Because my second education is legal. And I think that mediation is one of the steps. Always I participated in some events. For example, yesterday we finished a training on the marketing in mediation. And but I know about marketing and I know about sales.
Very nice. So
it was only chance to see my colleagues, my partners, and
so give us some lessons in marketing for mediators.
Maybe the next event we can discuss about marketing, but today it is very I don't know, because it is a separate direction. And I think, and I guess the next event or next theme will be marketing in mediation.
Yeah, exactly. I think we should do that. We should have one separate session on that. It's required.
Or maybe training. What do you want?
I think for market, I think mediators need to learn how to market themselves, because I think that they do not understand their own value.
But I see your social nets, and there are many points about marketing, and you have many friends from different countries.
Yeah. The idea was that we should get the viewpoint from every part of the world. So, I mean, even that symposium that you came for, of course, there were people from more than 40 countries in that. So we try to, and it's been good. I think it's been nice to hear from people from every part. I think in terms of mediators, everyone kind of has the same story. The story for everyone is the same. In terms of the work that they're getting, story remains the same. So I think that way, at least you get to know that, okay, the same problems are everywhere, and how can we find a common solution maybe. So that's how it is.
The social nets are now commercial, and I always use it
I know you're
for
very,
my promotion.
yeah, you're very active there. I see that. Very active, very active. No, but tell me, why in Facebook your name goes out as what does it go out as? Mukitovna. Mukitovna?
Muhitovna,
Hmm.
yes, my father's name.
And then this Kebil, how do you pronounce this? Kebil Deva. Kebil Deva? Your surname? Your,
Begaim Muhitovna.
and this one, and what you now you use, what you used here is the
Oh,
pronunciation. Kebil Deva, what is, how do you pronounce that?
what?
What is the surname you've used here now? In your
My surname Kaibyldaeva.
Kaibyldaeva, and okay, and so you use this and that, both the surnames. You use both of them.
Kaibyldaeva, Begaim Muhitovna.
So you have two names now, one for Facebook and
Oh.
one for everyone else.
Begaim.
Yeah.
Oh, Begim.
Begum is going to be Begum. For me, Begum is going to come out because that's the word we use.
The same meaning.
Yeah, same meaning. Yeah, exactly.
And what does your name mean?
Vikram means brave.
Brave?
Brave, yeah. And Singh is lion. So that's how it is. You heard of Singapore? You heard of Singapore? Singapore. I mean, Singapore is
Yes, yes.
so Singh is lion and Pur means a place where lions live. So that is why it's Singapore. So that sign is also a lion. So that's what the name is. But Begum, tell us something interesting about Kyrgyzstan, because I don't know whether we'll be able to see when we can visit that. But tell us about Kyrgyzstan a little bit. What is it like?
You have not visited our republic?
No, no, no.
No?
So,
Do you want?
of course, I mean, of that. These are so. I mean, you hear a lot of stories that people have had nice experiences when they've gone there. So definitely needs to be done. But this whole pandemic thing, based on that, I don't know when traveling is going to happen. So you'll have to tell us about it. Something. What is there? Something interesting about Kyrgyzstan?
Something interesting. Maybe you saw or read videos or photos about our republic, no?
Yes, what I can do is I can put up some videos of some photographs also. But as such, you're living there, something about life there, something interesting that you can tell us.
I like my country, love my country, and maybe for me it is usual because I live here and every day it's my home, and I don't know.
No, but I really I like the fact that there are mountains there right next to your Bishkek. I think that's
Yes, mountains country.
a beautiful, beautiful place. I mean, when I see photographs, it's really nice. I just okay. Let's see. Let's put it out. I mean, just looks so
Yes,
nice.
but I also saw photos and videos about your country.
Oh,
Yes, our capital, Bishkek.
yeah, beautiful. But what is the population?
Population, I think now is nearly 6 million.
Okay.
It's a very difficult question for me.
I'll search and find out. Not a problem. Bishkek. Let's see what Bishkek population is.
Bishkek population. Oh,
Okay.
I
So
forget.
900, just a million, about a million.
Maybe. You know more information.
I don't know. I'm searching
than
right
me.
here. I'm
Yes.
searching right here. I'll tell you why. I'm telling you why I want to also. Of course, I like to shock people when I tell them that my city, Delhi, has 20 million people. So just
20
one,
million.
just one city, and just
20 million.
yes, that
Okay.
entire population of Kyrgyzstan is about 6.5 million. So imagine, and you know how
Yes.
big your big country is, so big, and here my city is small. So how What will happen to you if you come to this crowded city? You'll be like, what? How many people are there everywhere?
Uh,
Because I mean, I'm sure it's difficult for people to even think that there can be that many people in one city. It just must be difficult. I don't know how you would think if there are 20 million people in a city, what that city will be like.
I know about your country on the movies
Yes.
from my childhood, and there are many people from your country, very beautiful and nice, friendly.
But yeah, are they Indians living in Bishkek?
Yes, yes, they study here.
Hmm.
And 2 days ago, I was in the restaurant near of our office, Gandhi.
Hmm. That's a river we have, Ganges.
Very delicious.
Hmm. So what kind of food? What kind of food is it?
European and Gandhi.
Mhm. Okay.
What kind of food? The name is the name is Indian.
Yeah, but because the thing is that India because it's so big, so you have so many different kinds of food here, so many different kinds. So I mean, to be able to even say that you've had Indian food, that
Mhm.
also is not enough. There's so many things that you might not have had. So there is there's whole South Indian food which is different. There is a North Indian food, of course. Northeast will have something. Every part has a different kind of
Ah,
food. Yeah,
I don't know about it.
because you can imagine how, I mean, when I tell you the population of the entire country, if it is 1.3 billion people, so
Mhm.
all, I mean, different aspects, different kind of food, everything.
Mhm.
But I think, Begum, what you have to do is you have to tell us about these childhood movies that you saw. I'm very interested to know which movies you saw. Just tell me about that.
You know about it.
Yeah, but still,
Yes. I talked about it.
but what do you remember? Some movie and some
And
story.
also you listened my favorite song.
I know. I tell you why I can't play the song while we are recording is because YouTube, when you play something on YouTube from YouTube, they have a problem that there is a copyright issue. So they don't want you to play those things in your private broadcast. That is where the problem lies. Otherwise, I would have played those songs. So I think you have to sing them. That's going to happen, Begum. You have to sing them now.
Maybe if you want, you could sing.
You'll have to. You'll have to. You can sing well. You know, I know you can sing well. So, but which movies have you seen? I mean, do you remember the names? Something about the story, anything? Let me see what Mithun Chakrabarti movies, because I'm quite surprised that Mithun
Disco
Chakrabarti movie.
dancer.
Yeah, Disco Dancer. Yes.
Yes.
So then, so that is that song you know for sure. Mm. I am a
Uh,
disco dancer for sure, you know.
no, with his the song with his uncle.
Hmm. Which one was that? Because we played it that day.
I can't sing it.
Just the words. Give me the words if you have to know the words. But that also maybe you don't know the words also, obviously.
Just no, 1 second. Maybe I should see the name.
Yeah.
Goronki na Kalanki.
Kalonki. Yeah, okay. Dunia hai.
What does it mean?
The world, they say basically is not the world is not of white people or black people. It is the world is of people with money. That's what.
Mm.
Dunia hai paison walon ki. That's what it says. Yeah.
Dunya hai dilwalonki.
Dilwal. Okay, okay, Dilwalo ki. That basically people with the heart. So it's not about black and white, it's about the heart. That's what it is. So that's interesting. So that means definitely this song you definitely know. I know that you definitely sung this song when you were younger.
Yes.
I problem is I would love to have played it. That's the problem. This YouTube thing, na, that's a big issue because
You have problems with YouTube?
no, no. What happens is I'm telling you that last time there was one some show we were doing, and I played something from YouTube on that show, and then YouTube told me that there is a copyright issue. They have a copyright issue. Now on Thursday there was Alberto from Argentina. He put out a slide. So in the slide you have the Google and the Amazon logos. Even that they have a problem with. We saying if there's a copyright claim because public broadcast and all. So I stopped actually playing these things when I'm recording. So that day we did it when we were not recording. After we stopped recording, then we were playing that those songs.
Okay.
But while recording, it's a bit of a problem. But Begum, where all have you traveled? Which countries have you been to?
Just in the countries of Central Asia and in Moscow.
So which means Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan.
Yes, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan.
But in terms of the language, I mean, does Russian work everywhere, or you have to know the language?
Working language is Russian.
Okay.
And it's very comfortable for me.
But otherwise, do you need to know Kyrgyz language, or it's okay? You don't need to know.
It's okay for me. I know Russian and English.
That's good enough. Okay. So
my working languages, yes.
Perfect.
For me, it's enough.
Yeah, that's okay. But all these places, the same thing. I mean, if you go to Kazakhstan, they would know English also, or it's only Russian?
No, their native language, Russian, English. English is an international language.
Okay. So if I'm traveling to these places with English, there should not be a problem.
Yes, yes.
That's good. That's good. Okay. But in terms of culture in all these different places, I mean, you see a difference in the culture there, or is there a similarity in all these countries? In terms of the culture of Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, I mean, is there similar kind of culture, or you see different?
Yes. Cultures are similar.
Yeah.
Yes. And maybe our languages is understandable, and.
But you didn't try and learn Kyrgyz language?
Maybe from my birth. I have used only Russian.
But being a linguist, do you don't want to?
Yes.
So you should be picking up Kyrgyz.
The main language in the university was English. And my study in English, my further work in English, and my current work, I use English as a working language.
But what kind? But in terms of mediation, what kind of mediations do you do?
Family mediation now, and also I began to learn about commercial or business mediation, and sometimes learn about labor.
But are people aware about mediation? I mean, do they know about it, or what is the situation?
Mediation in our country is developing, and it's not a finished process.
But is there anything that
People,
yeah,
I think, should know about it, and mediators should conduct informational work. And I also noted that your social nets are anywhere, yes?
mhm.
And I think that our mediators should use all tools for promotion and for advertisement.
Which Begum is going to teach them how to use, because she's the queen of social media also.
Vikram is also a king of social nets.
I just put.
I also see your activity.
Do you watch any of the videos or not? Do you get time to watch any video or any of the shows?
Okay,
Do you?
you
Have you
can
seen?
show.
Have you seen any of them? So many shows I keep doing. Let me show you. What I did in March itself. Let
What
me.
is the video?
No, I'm saying all my videos of my shows. Do you
Ah,
see any of those or not?
I saw
Which
the posts with other mediators' videos, some online conferences,
so you
seminars, trainings.
do you watch that? You watch that? You're saying. So tell me
Yes.
about any of them. What you liked about them?
All people are interesting for me because they are from different countries
No.
with their own culture, language, and it is very pleasant.
So any specific video or any show that you found interesting? Anything specific you want to tell
In
me about?
specific, I don't remember now.
Which is what the Begum. Now the thing is that you have not seen too many. You've just seen the social media posts. That's all. So that's the thing. People watch so many of the.
I guess you have something specific. And
No, no, I'm not.
you can show me
That's
now.
what I've understood is that everyone sees those posts of mine and say he's doing all that, but when it comes down to seeing the videos, no one ends up seeing them. That's I can understand. So because there's so many activities that I have done, I think that is where the problem lies. That there is, I think in every month there must be about what, at least 10 things which happen. So
I see your everyday activity.
yeah,
Always. Always some meetings.
I know so many of them. This month I would want to show you also. I'll show you the kind of things that I did. But there is one symposium coming up next month. So you have to participate in that also. That is on heart, soul, and spirituality.
On what theme?
Heart, soul, and spirituality in mediation. So because that is one discussion I feel doesn't normally happen in relation to mediation. There is, even when people are told about mediation, there are certain aspects which are discussed, but whether the heart, the soul, and spirituality, do they play a role or not? You will tell me. What do you think?
How you choose the topic for your events?
I just
It depends on a person or what?
I choose them. I just sit one day and I say, what topic do I think of, and that's it.
Yes.
That's how it happens. So these come to my mind. I said, okay, it comes to my mind. Let's put it out. So that's the good part about social media. Also, now you can think of that Women's Day. I did one special session on Women's Day. It was like, I think 4 or 5 days before that, I thought, let's do something special. So I contacted people from all over the world, and there were about almost 25 women from, I think, 14, 15 countries. So that's the good part today, that you can, the communication and everything. So it's just thought comes and let's do it. That's how it happens.
Mhm.
Now there are a lot of things which I've planned. What I said was mediation vision 2026. So how are we looking at mediation in 2026? What are the
Mhm.
things that we need to discuss? What are issues that you think people face, or difficulties in terms of promotion of mediation, practice of mediation? So various topics. So what I did was, on my website, I put out a number of topics for discussion. So what I'm doing is, on each of those topics, I'm having some specific discussions. So like I told you, like heart, soul, and spirituality, there have been some discussions. Then I said philosophy and mediation. So yesterday we had Socrates and
Oh,
mediation
it's very
discussion.
interesting thing,
Yeah,
philosophy in
yeah.
mediation.
So you must watch the discussion that we had yesterday on Socrates and mediation. It's a very interesting discussion. So,
Mm.
but how will you find the video?
How many? How many? How
How
many?
will you find it? How will you find my videos? If you have to find any of the videos, what will you do?
Um, I don't see your website.
Okay, so go check my website,
Just social nets.
mediatorvikram.com. Just go there, mediatorvikram.com. If you go
Mhm.
there, you'll find the link to the YouTube channel. So just go to the YouTube channel, you'll see all the videos there. So have a look at that. So that,
Your website has the same information
yeah,
as in your social nets, or
yeah, because yeah,
it
same.
differs?
Basically, this, I mean, what I've done is I've tried to create kind of an index. So the videos that are on the YouTube channel, I put some basic links there. So
Mhm.
like the different shows that I do. So evolution of a mediator, you'll find a list of all those videos there. So you can click from there. So supposing it's the episode number 1. So that was Ken Cloak. Well, let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. So I tried to make it simple for you, so that at least if you want to watch something, you can go immediately out there and just, so but basically what you have to do is, you got to mediatorvikram.com, right? So what
Mhm.
you'll find is, you'll find where I'm sitting, you'll find my location, exact location, so you know that I exist. I'm not only on the screen, I actually live somewhere also. So you'll find that.
Okay.
But important thing is that you'll find all these links. So
Oh.
if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll find those links. I'll show
Mhm.
you. Let me tell you.
Mhm.
So basically, I put a certain schedule of activities here. So the
Okay.
idea was that, like, at least on one place you find out what is happening. So this, what I call monthly edutainment. So the
Mhm.
March, you just have to click these links. These are the posts on social media, where you
Yes.
get all the things which are happening in March. So you'll
Yes,
find that.
I like the social nets.
Yeah. So you'll find this there. Then, of course, these are the various shows that I do. So evolution of a mediator, in conversation with a beautiful mind. There's some lectures about mediation, talking books, mediator experiences, mediator
Conversation
reflect,
with a beautiful mind.
which which is what you are on today. This is this show.
Mm.
The idea was that people with the mediator mindset, just let's have conversations, let's find out about the person. Because I keep saying that people with the mediator mindset are wonderful people. People should get to know them, they should value them, they're special people, so let's put them out there. So that was the idea behind this series. and
Mhm.
and I'm still saying that people might think that someone is actually practicing as a mediator. I'm, of course, up till now, those people have been largely, of course, I think all of them have been mediators, but I'm saying, why do they have to be practicing as mediators? If they have a mediator mindset and they might not be practicing, I'm going to get them also, because we have to bring a lot of people into mediation. We need lots of
Lectures about mediation.
Yeah, i'll I'll show you
You
that
read.
there's a list. I'll show you the list. There's a list in the bottom of the website. So
Mhm.
then talking books is, because I don't read them. So let's discuss the book. So I've done some of those things.
Mhm.
Mediator experiences
Experiences. Uh-huh.
was mediators telling us about their memorable experiences. So there is a Weinstein Jams International Fellowship. So those fellows is what right now I'm covering them in this.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mediator reflects with Michael Lang. Basically, Michael Lang does a lot of work in reflective practice, where mediators discuss their what experience is in mediations. So he has some people from whom he has he has groups all over the world. So he had some people from there. Mediation Visionaries is part of my that Vision 2026. So just what is the larger vision for mediation? I then I should take you to that special section there. So mediator lifestyle, there's only been one episode now. Basically, the mediator will give us a glimpse into their lifestyle. So Begum will have one episode with you. You will maybe take us around Kyrgyzstan or Bishkek, something about maybe the whatever nice places in Bishkek. You will take us there. So you have to do that just to get an idea about your city, where you live, what you do. So that is what this is about. So when are you
Very
going to do that?
interesting.
When we're going to do that, we'll fix up a time for that. So then on the last day of the month, I do a celebrating mediator special where the people who have the birthday in that month and other people who want to join also. Yeah. So if someone wants to join that, so this happens on the last day of the month. So just to celebrate mediators, their birthdays. So that's how it is. I do actually an open house. So that's what I give a link to the Zoom meeting here. It said no registration required. Just click here and you get into the meeting. Right. Next one I have to schedule right now. I haven't scheduled. The last one was 11th March. So this is what all happened in 2021. One was that symposium with almost 100 speakers from more than 40 countries. Then there were 27 episodes of In Conversation with a Beautiful Mind, 22 episodes of Evolution of a Mediator, 16 of these, 13 of these. So that
great
is
work.
exactly. Imagine how many sessions. There are almost 100 there, 40, 50, 60, maybe about 200 things happening in the year. That's what happened last year. So, okay, so let me get to you, take you to the other part. This is that Mediation Vision 2026. So the idea being that let us, from our side, just discuss those things that we would need to, maybe certain things need to be changed, some discussions need to happen on some points. So let me take you through that. So basically, it starts with that mediation visionaries. So Ken Cloak, there have been two parts with him. Then you had Sriram Panchu is from India. So this is like visionary of mediation. Then I put out these topics for discussion. So culture and traditions, we've already done this. We've already done that symposium.
Cultures and traditions we discussed, yes?
Yeah, so that we already had that. But I'm going to have another symposium. I'll show you that in the events. So that is going to happen. Then for me, decolonization for me is a very important aspect, that people's mind, because of colonization, how dispute resolution they look at. They think dispute resolution, you have to go to courts or you have to go to lawyers. So that aspect has to be changed, because people have to, like you say, talk about mediation. Before mediation, first they should be able to sit together and just resolve their disputes. That's the first thing they should do. Then mediation should come in. So, but this whole mindset that no, courts, everything happens in courts, dispute resolution happens in courts, that mindset has to change. The mediator mindset is, I am saying we have to identify these people who have the mediator mindset all over the world. Because for me, maybe the right people have not come into mediation. They're already there. They're already doing it within families, within communities. They're all doing it there, but they don't even look at it as something they want to take up as an occupation. So it's just, they do it as something that just comes naturally to them. So some people trust them, they will sit with them, they'll help them resolve the dispute. So why not get them? So let's identify those with the mediator mindset. And like I said, heart, soul, spirituality, for me is an important discussion we have to have. So as part of that, there have been two discussions with Gabriela. So there have been very interesting discussions. You must watch that. So under the heart, soul, and spirituality, one is the vision that the individual has. Then some forum, there'll be various fora which I will organize. So one I've done on Mahatma Gandhi and mediation. So that's happened. So I mean, this the part 2 is coming up on 23rd. So that's, I'm sure that'll be something that you would also want to discuss. Look, humility, respect, integrity, and ethics is something that I feel we have to, obviously, I mean, mediation should not go in the direction the legal profession has gone. So we have to make sure that these aspects should be always looked at, because
Yes.
it's a very then on philosophy. So this is the one we did yesterday. So that was interesting. Then
Yes.
diversity, equity, and inclusion. So that for me, that forum number 2 was the one that I told you about, the women's on Women's Day. So that you'll find that on the YouTube channel. You can check. I'll also put a link here if maybe.
What about peer mediation?
Yeah, we'll come. Yeah, we'll come to that. But I'll just take you. Peer mediation. Look, for, obviously the school children, we have to obviously get them into the fold. But again, I've been saying that that mediator mindset is what we need to identify.
Ah, yes.
So those children who already have it, let's bring them out first, because they are already trusted by their own friends, their own classmates, schoolmates. So those are the people we need to bring forward. So we'll do some activities for that, because I'll take you through the events that I'm planning. But this mediators collective and peacemakers collective, what I'm trying to do is that let's look at this different. I mean, everyone wants to combine the two. I'm saying that different aspects. The mediator has the skill to actually do the process, but you need the peacemakers also to bring parties together, to coordinate with the parties and the mediator. So we need those peacemakers also. So I'm trying to create a different, I'm saying, okay, collective, a kind of a group, get them together. So but it's not that I have to bring all of them together. So Begum will get her, actually maybe, like I saying, 1,000 people in the world, if I can get together, who are passionate about mediation and want to do things. If those 1,000 people further get 1,000 people, so we have 1,000,000 people with the mediator mindset. Same thing with the peacemakers. 1,000, if I can get together and they can get 1,000, we'll have 1,000,000 peacemakers out there. So that's what we have to work together to do, that to take it further. So Begum has to get more people involved, get them together, go out, identify those with the mediator mindset, get tell people to value them, value mediation. So all that is going to happen, Begum. You're going to be part of all that. Then, of course, promoting the culture of mediation, which is obviously linked to decolonization, because a culture of mediation will only develop when people get the quotes out of their mind. They have to get that out of their mind. That is not the first thing you look at. First thing, let us sit together. Supposing you can't sit together, there will be a peacemaker who'll try and get you together. There doesn't have to be a mediator involved. First thing is, you people, if parties can sit together and they can resolve the dispute, that's the best. But supposing they can't, then they get a mediator involved. So then after that, you look at other options. But today, that is not happening. It's the first thing is courts, arbitration. No, that should be, you have to remove that layer out of that. So basically, I mean, of course, like I said, peer mediation, that whole one school mediator or school mediators that we will create, all that will happen.
Now in your country, you have school mediators, yes?
No, nothing much is happening in our country in terms of nothing much. I mean, there are people who are doing some things, but I mean, not the scale of the country. You can understand the size. So nothing much is happening. So that's what I'm saying, that we need people to be out there, to go out. But what I was looking at school teachers. I've been now thinking that we should involve school teachers, because one, obviously in the school with the children, they can promote mediation and create the atmosphere where they identify those with the mediator mindset and resolve the disputes within themselves with no involvement of the teachers or anyone, just within themselves. So they understand they don't need an authority figure to tell them who is to be your mediator, nothing like that. Everyone stays away. Children themselves identify, they use the process. So teachers can create that atmosphere in the schools, and they can also work in communities also to spread the word, identify those with the mediator mindset in the communities also, because at least most countries, when you find out that school teachers are respected in the communities, and I'm sure Kyrgyzstan also must be the same. So let's use them to spread the word. How they can earn out of it, if they promote the concept and they can bring together people and parties, and they can help them resolve their disputes, parties themselves will want to pay them. So we'll create that atmosphere. I mean, we'll do that. Then, of course, same thing, those people in the families who are already have the mindset, get the community. a concept of a village mediator,
Status.
community mediators. We develop that. Now, this is important. Now, one is we keep saying that it's as a development as a profession, but I'm saying, is it really a profession? Is it, or is it just a way of life? So that's a discussion we'll have. I mean, there'll be both sides stories of that, because
Way
the
of
thing
life.
with the because the profession, I think my problem with this is that when you talk about it as a profession, then you'll start talking about training, qualifications, which I don't want connected with mediation, because it is the party's decision whom they want. Who are we to decide for them what the qualification should be? It is their trust with the person. What do you think?
I think as you have qualification and education, maybe it's more profession.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know, because today mediation is going to happen all the time, and like I say, even in families or in communities, the moment we say that a certain qualification is required, you've already limited the people whom they can go to. Now, parties trust someone. Now you are saying, no, you can't go to the person you trust. We will tell you whom you have to go to. Then again, this is the whole colonization concept, that the government knows better whom you should go to, but you yourself don't know whom you can go to. So we have to remove that. That's also part of the decolonization process. Why should you need the government to tell you who is the right person for you to be a mediator? Why do we need the government to tell us? It is the parties who have to identify. It's their dispute. So that's what I'm saying. Of course, we'll have discussions on this. We'll have discussion. There'll be two.
But you have great communicative skills, and maybe for you it's way of life, not only just a profession or occupation.
It's a way of life. It's a way of life, isn't it?
From your side.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way it is. That's what I'm saying. It'll be for most people. It will be that you are doing it only for some time because you are passionate about it. It's a way of life for you. But on the other end, you have to look at your income also. You have other things to do. So maybe you're doing other things, but this you do because of it comes as naturally to you. That's why you do it. Then, of course, we discuss the legislation in countries. Do you need legislation? Like I just said, do you need to regulate this part? We'll discuss that. So creativity, innovation, imagination in mediation.
Innovation is about,
because the thing is that how can you use mediation in a creative manner? How can you innovate in mediation? Anything that comes to your mind. So what I'm doing
is about, for example, our meeting, online meeting.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Whatever comes to your mind, what is happening on 20, I'll just take you to the events. I mean, on 21st of April, there is the International Day of Creativity and Innovation. So on that day, I'm having a special session where we'll discuss creativity and innovation in mediation. So that is what's going to come up. So that's the kind of discussions we'll have. So social problem solving and global problem solving, the role of mediators in that. Very important discussion. What do you think about that?
What is the difference between social and global?
No, I mean, anything that becomes something at a global scale.
It's very similar.
Yes, I mean, something as a social problem solving, I'm trying to divide the two only because when it comes to certain national issues, some local issues, we're going down to community issues, down to the basic level. There'll be a lot of the issues, but certain things are global issues where one thing and one place affects something somewhere else, like climate change. So then you have to involve a larger number of people from you need to involve countries in it, you need to involve people in that. So there is a scale different. So I mean, basically you are solving social problems, but the scale can change. But certain things will be a global problem, which obviously, I mean, if today if there's Ukraine and Russia situation, now it is a global problem.
Yes.
So,
yes.
so those kind of discussion we can. I did one session with Ken Cloak on this. You must watch that also. Then obviously comes our digital, online, social media. Social media, of course, Begum is going to tell us all about that. But
Have you passed online mediation events or just offline?
have you posted what? Have you?
Online mediation
Mhm.
or just offline? What do you prefer?
Only online. Only online. I'm not doing offline.
Or maybe it was mixed.
Now it's totally online. 100%.
On,
100%. Because
ah,
the amount of time I'm saving, you can't understand. I mean, you don't have to travel to another city, nothing, everything you can do here. So I can do this work that I'm doing in relation to mediation. So, I mean, I get so much time to do that. Otherwise, if you're traveling around the country, like I said, size of the country, if you have to go to from one city to the other, how much time you'll take only to for one meeting somewhere. So I've really enjoyed this. I'm telling you, online is really working for me.
mm. And I mean also about the parties
Perfectly all right. I mean, the thing
on
is, look,
online mediation procedures.
look, the thing is that because I do high value commercial, though at least those people are also comfortable. First of all,
Mhm,
connectivity is not a problem, but I do
mhm,
understand in a lot of parts of the world, the internet connectivity will be a problem.
mhm,
So
mhm,
we were discussing this on Thursday. You must watch that. I told you, Alberto from Argentina. He's done a lot of work, and for many years, he was
mhm,
saying that I think he was maybe in 2000 or sometime there. I think, or maybe I think by 2010 definitely he had started talking about this, and everyone
mhm.
used to say he's crazy. So he was telling me also, you are also crazy. You have all these ideas. He said, I was also crazy. And so he has, you must watch that, the kind of thoughts he had, and that many years back.
Mhm, mhm.
Talking about online mediation, say 10, 15 years back, no one would even listen to him. But today we're all talking about it. So must watch that session, Alberto session. It was really interesting. And then, of course,
Yeah,
science and technology. Are we
very,
going?
very interesting. Science
Yeah,
and technology.
which definitely you'll be part of the artificial intelligence, machine learning, all those things. Where are we? Is that
Yes,
in relation
yes.
to mediation? So these are topics.
Very impressive.
So now we have to have discussions on these topics, and we have to bring a perspective from every part of the world on these topics. So there
Have
are,
you have you any articles?
I do, because thing is that amount of time I spend on my shows, I don't get time to write anything. So I
Okay.
just I just feel that people, if they watch these shows that I do and they listen to people, they get inspired and write something, I'll be happy. But maybe one day, maybe I'll put something down also. But you can understand, look, I mean, actually I spend a lot of time doing this. If I further spend more time, my wife is going to kill me. So I would rather stay alive. I would want to stay alive. But these are the events which are coming up. So April, symposium number
Uh-huh.
2, heart, soul, spirituality, and mediation. So I'll
Oh.
fix up a session with you. We'll fix up a date. Then International Mediators Conference.
Mhm,
I'm celebrating 18th May as International Mediators Day to coincide with
mhm,
Ken Cloke's birthday. So
mhm,
we'll have a conference. We'll start a conference there. 19th
mhm,
July, I made International Peacemakers Day. So we'll have an International Peacemakers Conference. Now, this one, I said conference, but I'm going to now keep it as a symposium also. International Symposium. We'll have a second one. We had one last year. We'll have a second one on mediation in our culture and traditions. This is
mhm,
to
mhm,
coincide with the International Day of the World's Indigenous People. So we'll do a focus on that. We'll do a little focus on the indigenous methods of mediation, so we can have that from various parts of the world. So this, I mean, find this an interesting area to discuss because a lot of it has got lost. So
mhm.
definitely in Kyrgyzstan also there will be some, actually some traditional methods to how what they are doing. We'll bring that out. So that's what, when you have time now, Begum, you have time up till August. So you have to prepare this, your whole session.
Okay.
Then we'll do a symposium on decolonization.
Mhm,
Then one International Young Peacemakers Conference to coincide with World Children's Day. So that's
uh-huh,
up to now. There will be more events on a different topic, which maybe I'll tell you about that also. But what I said was that if people, any part of the world, they have some project in relation to taking Mediation Vision 2026 forward, making it a reality, can get in touch. Let's try and connect people who want to fund the project, or some people want to give their time to the project. Let's put them all together, and then they can implement the project wherever in the world, in any corner of the world, if someone has. So I'm putting this out. Let's see who comes out there. So because, but definitely, look, there are people all over the world who have interesting thoughts, and those people with the mediator mindset want to do good things, but sometimes they don't have the support, and there might be people in other parts of the world who want to support. So why not put them together? What do you think? Is a good idea or not?
What kind of gifts?
No, no gift. Whatever.
No, I read. I read about gifts.
I always keep saying, I'll show you the one section I put only on support. Okay, send a gift. It could be one today. If you had sent me one Kyrgyz dress for men, I could have worn that. Could be anything. What I mean, I even when the symposium time, I said, please send me a traditional dress. I can wear that as part of what I do. So that's how it is. So then, like I told you about the mediators and peacemakers collective. So I want those to be two different sets of people in the world. One is the mediator, the other the peacemaker. So that's this. You'll find this detail here.
Wow.
Then what do we have? Then Ken Cloak, various shows that I've done with Ken Cloak, because I really feel he's one good soul. He represents what I would want for a mediator. So all the shows that I've done with him, you'll find links to that, to those shows, so those episodes, which are lying on the YouTube channel. So you'll find
Do
all
you
that.
read lectures in the universities?
No,
No?
no, no time for anything else. Okay, so you'll find a link of all the mediator experiences. Then the lectures about mediation, you'll find the links here.
Yes.
So you can watch that. The harmony, they're not
Oh.
about lots of material for you. Kathy had done interesting thing on poetry and mediation. She did this lecture.
Okay.
So that's, then you
You
have
made
the,
your website by yourself only?
yes, everything I have to do myself, because no
Oh.
one sends me gifts. If people send me gifts to support me, I can do something. So I do everything myself. So this is the index to the videos on evolution of a mediator and In Conversation, the Beautiful Mind, and other shows.
Evolution of Vikram. Because so much information.
Too much. No one, look, I'm telling you, Begum, no one looks at it. No one looks at it. You have also never gone to the website, but I have to keep putting it out just to make life easier for you. So if tomorrow you decide, I want to watch all the episodes of Evolution of a Media, you just have to click here and the playlist will open in my channel and you can watch all the episodes there. So same thing with that. So these are the various
Today's
shows.
lifestyle.
I'm telling you, you are going to give you one. There'll be one episode with you. You're going to take us through some good parts of Bishkek. Whenever you want to do that, we'll do that. So we should know that also about mediators. What is the lifestyle? What are they doing in there? Well, look, all the discussions otherwise happen around mediation, but the person is also doing other things. Let's find out about the person on other levels. So that's what you'll
Lectures
have.
about mediation.
Yeah, I just showed you that whole list. There's a whole list there. The entire list you find,
Okay.
all these lectures series.
Oh.
You'll find that. Then talking books, there's a dialogue series, workshops, discussions. So you all find all that, all those links here. So all the evolution of a mediator episodes, you'll find that here. Then in Conversation in the Beautiful Mind, all the episodes
Wow.
there. So there is a lot there.
Yes.
So then I did, then symposium number 1, all
A
the
lot of clicks.
this is what I liked about what Rafael in Mexico, he did this Woodstock of mediation. We call that. So that was, so basically all the various sessions. So all the people, you can click on this and you can find out about the person, their LinkedIn profile, Facebook link. So at least you can, if you want to get in touch with them, you can get in touch with them. So all that is here. And then you have, what else you have? Then this is about mediation. I keep saying, for me, like I say, I keep saying in this also, is that first thing, you must help try and resolve the dispute amongst yourself. Everyone talks about mediation. That's the second stage. First, negotiate within yourselves. So do that. And then for us, like in India, now, I mean, 40 million cases were already pending. Now that number has increased. So, I mean, average time 14 years. That's a lifetime. That's a lifetime of a person. So, what are the reasons why you should go for mediation? That and something about mediation. The important thing now is that the Singapore Convention has actually given a definition of mediation, which is very good. It is because people have always been trying to confuse people in terms of conciliation, mediation. This process is facilitative, then it is mediation. If it's evaluative, it's not mediation. So luckily now there is a definition which is nice and broad. It is a process irrespective of the expression used. So you can call it anything. Call it mediation, conciliation, Begum method, whatever you want to call it. Main thing is that how, and also how it has to be done, whether facilitative or evaluative, transformative, narrative. That's your whatever you want to do. Main thing is the parties attempt to reach an amicable settlement of the dispute with the assistance of a third person or persons. This is the important. Lacking authority to impose a solution upon the parties. That's it. This is the test, that if the person has the authority to impose and like gives a decision on all, then it comes out of it. Otherwise, what name you want to give and how you do the process, people are lost in that. They just keep talking about that. Oh, if they're doing it evaluative, it's not mediation. I mean, that has to come out. So luckily in India, we have a law on conciliation. So it fits, the conciliation fits into that definition of Singapore Convention, which in India itself, people go around confusing people saying there is no law on mediation. So the test is is it covered in that definition? Of course, it's covered in that definition. So lucky thing about India is that the conciliation actually gives you that settlement agreement becomes as good as a court decree. So we have a very good law and very basic, very simple. I mean, if you get time, just click on this link, go to the law and just read these sections 61 to 81. Just read this. Put out in a very simple way that, okay, you send a notice to the other side that you want mediation and then they accept and you appoint a conciliator. So it's very, that's the way it has to be, because for me, that person sitting in a village should be able to understand it. It should be that simple. And after that, in the process, if the person gets a court decree sitting in a village without going to any court, can it be any better than that? So it's very nicely put. You have a look at it. Then when we discuss the legislation part, we'll discuss this also. Because for me, the parties have to appoint their mediator. You don't have to tell them. So that's how it is. A little bit about online mediation, very basic something. Then we have section on, what is the next section? On Singapore Convention, a little bit about the Singapore Convention, because the UNCITRAL has put out a model law also. So just a basic information on the side of Singapore Convention. You can click here and you can see the convention, the text and all, what the status is. You can see the status also, how many countries have signed, how many have ratified. The model law is something that I feel countries should look at if they are going to put a legislation in place for international commercial mediation. Why not in the domestic one also? See from there, don't complicate it. Main thing is don't complicate the law. So this is there. Then of course, support and join me. I said, okay, about the sending me a gift. I put that also down there. And why do I do that? Because this is what I get to hear from my wife and daughter. Why do you spend so much time promoting mediation? Why don't you do your work instead? So this is not work for them. So that's what I put there. And then a little bit about myself. That's how it is. So that is the information that you
So
have.
much information.
I'm
A lot
making
of
life,
links.
yeah, making life easy for you so that you can click there, watch the video straight away. So that's why I mean, if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll actually find, I mean, all the videos are there. You can even read about the video from there also. That's not a problem. So,
Yeah, so interesting. Very educational meeting.
yep. So now imagine all the various videos you'll watch. All those will be so educational. Think of that.
And you made a great work on the website.
Oof, it takes a lot of effort, I'm telling you. So, so this is what the channel looks like. So
Wow.
so right now you're already live on the channel. So if someone clicks here, they can watch you live right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is that Socrates and mediation. That yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
telling you about Alberto's session. It was really nice.
Okay. Okay.
This one with Ken Cloak about global problem solving, role of mediators. That was interesting. This was that
Wow.
Women's Day. So that from all over the world. I mean, there's so much. There's so much.
3 hours?
3 hours. Yes, three
Wow.
hours. Imagine if there are 25, almost 25 women, each one of them, you can imagine how much time they got. Only 10 minutes, about 10 minutes. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not even 10 minutes, less than that. So think of that. There's so many of them. But at least, I mean, okay, there's like a little bit of a clip as to what their thoughts are. Then
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you through what is coming up in March. Because
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing is I'm going to have specific sessions on women and mediation. Then a little more elaborate discussion can happen on that.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can also give your thoughts on that, because I
Okay.
feel that every country is different. Because in some countries they're saying that women are not really preferred as mediators, while someone is saying in our country there is not such, this problem is not there. So let's see
Mm-hmm.
globally what's the situation in Kyrgyzstan. I mean, is there any discrimination in terms of mediation and women?
I don't see discrimination problems.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
I think everything is dependent on you,
yeah,
not on your gender.
absolutely. So this is what you have to come and say when you come on that when I record your session of women and mediation. But it's important because otherwise what happens is that only one, say in one country someone has some experience, then they go and say this is what happens in mediation. So that's not correct, because somewhere else in the world someone is having a different experience. So that should also come out. So
Mhm.
that's why I wanted from every part of the world. So all 6 continents were covered. So at least we are getting an idea that okay, things are different in different places.
Mhm.
Why are they different? What the cultural aspect of that is. So that also should be discussed, because it is not right to say always that women are discriminated against. If they're not discriminated, they're not discriminated. So why should all the time that aspect be looked at? So let's look at what's been happening in March. Let's look at that.
Okay. Much entertainment.
Edutainment. Okay, so education and entertainment. So it's edutainment. So this
Oh.
is mediated experiences. This is from Hajit from Israel.
Uh-huh.
This is that I said heart, soul, and spirituality. Gabriela, a very interesting person. You must watch. I mean, she's been on in conversation with Beautiful Mind also, mediator experiences also. 2 of these we've done, and we're doing something. There's something called the family constellation methodology, which is actually being used in Brazil in the courts also. It's very interesting. I won't tell you about it because there is. I mean, you have to. Better you hear her telling you about it. So that's a very interesting concept of going about. I mean, they try and resolve disputes in that way. So I won't tell you much about it. Better you watch it. So much we must watch this to hear that. Then this is that diversity, equity,
Discussion.
inclusion. This is women in mediation. So this is what the situation was. Elena
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there. These 2 were not there. She was also
Uh-huh.
not there. Begum was supposed to be there. She was, but she did not come.
Uh,
These were people who said they'll be there, but 2, 3 did not come. So okay,
the
that's
game
okay.
celebrated this day.
So this was that global problem solving. So I must watch that.
Yes.
And then in conversation, this was what I told you, Alberto's discussion on online mediation. Must watch that. Imagine someone has that vision for that many years back for online mediation. So he's doing a lot of work on, of course, he's doing work on online dispute resolution. But I told him, look, for me, it's only online mediation that we are talking about. not the larger online dispute, because definitely covers everything. Then this happened yesterday, what I told you. This person, I don't know whether you know this person, but she lives in Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek. And then this is what I said after that Women's Day thing, individual discussions. So Sarah will tell us about, because her experience will be different from what. Okay, this is Mahatma Gandhi and mediation on 23rd. Then 25th, Andrea will tell us about women in mediation. She has obviously a different view. So an interesting view she has. Then this is the evolution of a mediator. So this is third episode with Bernie Mayer. And in this evolution of mediator, I don't know whether you've seen any of that. I go into their background, even the family background, parents growing up, grandparents, all that, because for me, that mediator is not made like that. You don't go into a factory and you make a mediator. Like you have those, you think you do a 40-hour course and you become a mediator. I know there's so much that goes into a person. So we discuss in a very minute way the person's history. So up till now, up in the 2 episodes, he hasn't come into the world. So this episode, he will come into the world. So that's how detailed it is. And then this, what I'm doing is someone's experience with mediation. So he's a group general counsel of a very large. This group is about, I think, about maybe $7 billion turnover kind of company. So his experience, there was a matter that I did where I was a mediator, his matter, but so he's going to talk about that experience. So I'm calling people from senior management to at least find out that for high value commercial matters also mediation works. Because some people go out telling people that mediation is only for small matters and all. No, if there are some $1 million at stake also, mediation works there. So I'm having a session so that the people should know about that. And then this is that talking books. It's to be like a workshop also. She's into formulating and asking questions, so you can come for that also.
It's a book, the Mediator's Toolkit.
Yeah, it's a book.
Wow.
So we'll discuss that. So you can drop in for
Very
this.
Interesting.
So you must come in for that.
Have you a link or?
Oh, I just showed you all the links. Okay, the Zoom link. Zoom link?
No, I want to see this book.
What you do is basically, I'll just tell you one sec.
To see or maybe order it.
Yeah, so I'll just tell you. Okay, this is that celebrating mediators.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so now if you have to
this book.
Yeah, so I'll put a link. I'll put a link if you want where to get that
in
book.
hard copy.
Yeah, because I tell you what, earlier that talking books when I'd actually asked, like Ken Glock gave a special discount for actually with a code Vikram, so people could order and buy that. So we'll find out. I'll get a link from where this is available, and if you can get a discount for that, so I'll try and get a discount for that also. So I'll put it out. But but if you have to find out the details of what is happening in March, how are you going to find out? Where are you going to get the link from?
I'm waiting all details about the order.
Yeah, okay. So, but otherwise, if you have to see this again, I just showed you on the website. You go to schedule of activities, click on that link, LinkedIn or Facebook, and you'll get the details. So you can click there also and find out about the book. I'll put the details there.
Okay.
So that is how it is, Begum. So Begum, now tell me, out of all these things, what is it that you are going to get involved in? What are the topics that you are going to discuss?
The next time?
Yes.
The next time, we can discuss about maybe promotion.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah. So should I put out something that you want more people to come and talk about it? Let's call people who are into social media marketing, and let's tell them also to give some lecture. Maybe you can have that. Maybe I can have some people who help people market. They can give us a little discussion on that.
I think our conversation maybe will be between mediators and their ways of promotion. what do they do? Maybe there some lessons or
But
events,
you also want to get some experts to talk about it? Should I get?
experience,
Okay.
different.
Perfect. Okay. So we have a little meeting where people can talk about how they are going about it. That's what
Okay.
you want. Okay. You can do that. Not a problem. And other topics that I told you, what other topic? Because women and mediation, I'll fix up that time with you. So that one discussion we can have on that. Then what else?
Mediation, maybe we will discuss artificial intelligence.
Yes. So we can do that. Yeah. So that's something that maybe we'll fix up something in April, or maybe sometime in April maybe we can do, because April actually had kept for that heart, soul, and spirituality. I wanted more discussions on that. So we'll fix up that. So artificial intelligence, I think we need a lot of lots what's happening. So we need some people who are actually working on it, some technical aspect. Of course, you are also in that industry, so you will also tell us a lot there. So perfect. So that's one topic that you're going to talk about. What else are you going to educate us on?
What else? What else? After your website, I forget all words.
So okay, so you'll go through the website, you'll see some of the sessions, and then after that because I'm telling you, there are so many interesting discussions which will come out.
Your website looks like a global library.
Imagine the number of videos that are now online. There must be more than 200 videos there. So Begum, now where are you going to get time to read the book? There'll be so many videos you have to watch now.
Yes.
So many videos. I mean, imagine now you'll have to, if you only, okay, so suppose now these videos, some of them are 2 hours, some are even 3 hours also. So if only they're, supposing they're only 2 hours, so there may be about 400 hours of videos there. So every day you'll have to put 1 hour for the whole year. Next year also you do it, then also you won't be able to finish them. So you'll need to put 3-4 hours every day, and then we'll be able to see them in the next 6 months or 8 months. That's what you'll have to do.
Yes.
But anything in your interesting thoughts in terms of mediation that we can have discussions on? Anything else that you want that we should discuss in relation to mediation?
Anything else? I think maybe later.
Yeah.
I should think and plan.
Yeah. Perfect. So any other message that you want to send out to the world from Kyrgyzstan to mediators? What message do you want to give them?
For me, it is very nice to meet you, because you are so educated and impressive, interesting person.
Thank you
with
very
so
much.
great website, so social nets, your channel, and it is impression that you are anywhere.
Okay, so but anything for all our mediator brothers and sisters all over the world? Any message for them?
And I think it is first beginning of our acquaintance, and in the future and later, tomorrow we will meet. Maybe
Yes.
I'm going to any country, or some person of mediators come to us. It will be great to meet.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It'll be very nice. Okay, there is Victor Baba from Kenya. He's watching on LinkedIn. So he's asking, I wonder how Begum thinks of decolonization and mediation and cultural mediation. Anything that you want to tell him on that?
It's a question for me.
Yes. What do you think of decolonization and mediation, and something about culture and mediation? Anything?
Oh, it's a great another topic for the next event.
Actually, Victor, the thing is that Begum has been on the session in that symposium in mediation and culture and tradition. So you can also watch her session on that.
Maybe we will together
Yeah.
meet in the next time
Victor, we want to
and
meet Victor.
discuss it.
Victor, you have the if the Zoom link of the last your session. You can come in right now and talk to Begum. But he said such a nice thing there. He says that Vikram, 5 years down the road, you will have the biggest archive of conversations, digests, and products on mediation and peacemaking. Bravo. So it's nice. People like that when they appreciate people appreciate you, it really feels nice. So that's something nice. So let's see if he's seen my message, heard me. If he comes in, it'll be nice. So that's what it is. If he does, what is he or is he not? I don't know. But that is what it is. If he doesn't come in, let's give him 1 minute. I don't know whether he's heard me. Let's call him and check with him. Maybe he has something to ask you. Let us see. So was connecting to, because I had that session of mediator experiences. He's a that Weinstein Jams International Fellowship. He's a fellow also. So we had an interesting session there, because there is someone in Kenya who was part of that symposium, James Mangarere. So he's been someone kind of a teacher for him. So he's done very interesting work in Kenya in terms of the traditional communities and mediation in those communities. So it was, you must watch that session also, James Mangarere's session. You'll see the index for the symposium. You'll find that there.
Okay.
Yeah. So Begum, thank you very much. Although you haven't told us more about all those interesting things that you keep doing. I see photographs of you in malls and other places. So that part of your life will be in that mediator lifestyle. We'll have one session on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll take us through some nice
Thank
parts,
you.
like I told you. So thank you very much. And I'll
Nice
see.
to see you.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll switch
It was
the
very interesting.
yeah. What I'll do is I'll switch the live stream. I'll just after that fix up the time for the other shows with you.